Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4 episode...
Nope, not All-Stars. No. Oh, we are doing All-Stars! Oh no! Oh boy.
Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4 episode 3! First things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Try wink.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine.
So yes, the Snatch Game of love. Didn't hate it.
No.
Didn't love it.
No. You know, it was like, oh, I'm excited that you guys are shaking things up. Why the fuck did you have to do it with Snatch Game?
Yeah, Snatch Game is perfect.
I mean, it's a mess. But that's like, it's a perfect mess.
It's often a mess.
Yes.
But, you know, don't
it was still a mess.
You could still do this challenge with be Trinity the Tuck and try and win Olympian Gus Kenworthy's
oh my God.
heart, you know?
Yeah.
That's just as good. And just be your fabulous self.
Well, and I love that because, so in the beginning
Sell
intro,
yourself,
right,
you know?
Yeah. In the intro to the challenge, Monique is like, oh, so we have to get trade?
You're right.
So we getting trade.
Are we searching for love?
And I was like, oh, not mad at that idea.
No.
I mean, it has nothing to do with being a drag queen, per se.
Right.
But I am kind of, it's like the flirty charisma of it.
Sell yourself.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
That's half of the challenge. I mean, I guess it'd be too many rounds to have every drag queen be the contestant looking for love.
Sure.
But then do this challenge further down the line when there's only 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
Sure.
And they're interviewing the pit crew or whatever.
Behind each door or whatever.
Yeah, or they're interviewing, you know, Olympian Gus Kenworthy or whatever it is.
I do miss, I hope they do more interview.
Yeah, they haven't done it in so long and it's so funny.
I know.
Because it's always a mess.
Oh my God. So Chad.
Well, Chad.
So everyone comes to the workroom because Farrah has just gone home.
Yes.
Shine bright, all stars.
Oh.
Oh, and then there was that weird exchange. They're like reading it, and it's like hugs and kisses, and then Monet's like, "Where does it say that?" And they're like, "XOXO, girl."
And she's like, "Oh, right."
I feel like Monet is.
Where's the hugs and kisses at? Am I missing something? XOXO. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
The British accents came from America, Avaryl.
I mean, do you think we're like alone in the universe? Like E.T. and stuff, right? I mean, I don't know where she's coming from. I feel like she's trying some personalities on or something.
Maybe.
Right, because like a lot of her confessionals would be like, I'm being shady. But you're like, but Monet, you're like a sweetheart. This isn't working. She's like, I'm mad that I wanted to win that lip sync. I'm really mad about it. I'm like, but...
I'm mad. I know that I fucking turned this lip sync out and I wanted $10,000 fucking dollars. I'm mad.
But anyway, they're all praising Valentina, oh, you were so amazing. Oh, you knew the words. Oh my God, you were on fire. You twirled, girl. Oh my God. And Monet's like bitter face.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You were sex kitten, you were fucking dancing, twirling, spinning, all of it. Everything I needed.
So Monet also picked Farrah.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. I'm so sick of this already.
I don't like it.
No, it's just like, oh, and then we spent 30 minutes of this episode with them talking about how either it's such a hard decision to make, they hate making the decision, oh, it's so tough, oh, they didn't want to send their friend home, oh, I had to make this decision, well, her track record, well, you know, the record shows, oh, well, the grades were there.
I'm just trying to be fair, guy.
Oh my God. I'm just like, I don't care.
Just be fun.
Exactly.
Just have Naomi shade the shit out of Monet for having Nene Leakes' original nose. I was like, yeah, this is the untucked that I want.
Exactly.
I like that I was like, Nene Leakes.
But there's nothing Nene Leakes about me. You have her old nose.
But like, those are the moments that I'm like, yes, to this.
Absolutely.
I saw some extra footage, whatever, that they did online, and it was like, Latrice talking about prison food. Did you see that?
No.
It was this fun little conversation in what would be Untucked.
Right.
And that they didn't put in the episode because we needed more of people crying. And I'm like, but anyway, we can move on. We have to move on.
Yes, we have to. We have to let it go.
She's with Trinity.
A little bodysuit from the dance store. That ain't cutting it.
Oh my
So
god.
Trinity then clocks Monet, like, girl, I don't know why you're wearing that outfit. You thought that wig would be cute for an Ariana Grande song. I was like, agreed.
I mean, yes.
But
then
You did emotions in that gown, which was very questionable.
Emotions in a gown? Everybody was
No,
like,
no,
okay.
not in a gown. That gown.
that gown. And I was
So
like, bingo.
also correct.
Yes.
You are both correct in shading each other.
Yeah.
Maybe fix this. Maybe think about it.
But then Trinity, like, really comes from Monet's entire wardrobe. And it's like, oh, you're not horribly off base.
You're not wrong, but you're kind of being mean.
Yeah.
So everyone walks in for the next day. I mean, we get Valentina's look of the week. She
Yes.
comes in.
Fashion.
Oh, looking like Audrey Hepburn French mime.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But more importantly, we get a real choir version of Jesus is a Biscuit.
That's right.
Loved it. Harmonized. It was great.
Monique has been given a lot of stank face.
Oh, yes.
She is letting it all hang out.
I mean, she seems to be the editor's dream.
Oh,
because she's just giving them everything to cut to. Almost too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe we can cut to other people?
Cut to vacant Valentina.
Oh my god.
Is someone talking about Valentina? No, then I will not pay attention. That seems to, she's just, I mean, it's true. She seems to just sort of be in freeze frame or something when people aren't talking about her. And I will be at rest. But anyway, Ru comes in.
Yes.
In
Oh my
this
god.
Flaming hot
Alferno,
Cheetos.
yes.
Flaming hot Cheetos suit.
I also was kind of like, oh, is Ru in like some weird production of Damn Yankees?
She's
as
coming
the
in
devil?
as the jazzy devil.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Right though? I was like, here for it.
Yes. Mr. Applegate, what are we gonna do? Yes. But Ru can't really sing Broadway, but here for this stunt casting.
Yes. Ru announces that the challenge, the maxi challenge,
Yes.
is Snatch Game of Love. Right, the twist.
Yeah.
And so they will have to woo a contestant.
It's the dating game.
Yeah.
With celebrities.
Yeah.
Did you know that like old episodes of the dating game, like Steve Martin was on a bunch of old episodes?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So everyone's getting ready.
Yeah.
I mean, did you notice Naomi's like gigantic teacup? It's
No.
like they show it for like 2 seconds. I am not exaggerating, this big. And she's just like, And I was like, why aren't you showing me this? Does this have to do with Wendy Williams? Do you just have it? What
I
does
don't
it
know.
mean? It was like this huge fucking white teacup.
Love it.
No mention.
Glad you saw it.
I was like, oh, what's that? And everyone's sort of, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. And Monet trying to explain her Whitney.
I also have like the spray bottle. I think it would be so funny is every time I come to just wetter and sweaty every time. And it's literally just a drenched wet wig.
She's like, it's gonna be great. And then I'm gonna keep spray bottling myself. So I'm like, is it gonna be so funny? Because I'm gonna just be sweatier and sweatier. And Monique's face is just like, the eyes say it all.
Yes.
Just, yeah, girl.
We're gonna pray.
We're gonna pray.
We gon' pray.
I mean, it was a mess.
I don't know how you couldn't, like how Monet couldn't be having a conversation with Monique and be like, clearly
You think this is a bad idea.
terrible idea. Because it wasn't like editing.
No.
They were looking at each other. You sure you want to do that, girl? And then, of course, we get the shady editing. I mean, I guess it's shady. I don't know. Of Latrice being like, season 4 Snatch Game, I have to redeem myself from that fuckery. I'm not going to let that happen again. That's not going to be what my narrative is for a second time. No way. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, editors.
Right. Well.
You clearly didn't film this after the fuckery had already happened. But whatever, it's fine.
Ain't no way in hell I'm doing that again.
I feel like I've noticed a lot more of that, especially in this episode, and especially with Valentina.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like, because the shenanigans, she's really bad at acting.
She's really bad at
She's
being like,
really bad.
I was worried I might have gone home this episode.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I am enjoying the performance that is Valentina. She is putting on a show.
Yes.
And it's wacky.
It's wacky. And then another seemingly produced moment, but silly and fun nonetheless, was...
I mean, I enjoyed this.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to do Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. Isn't that what Trinity's gonna do?
Oh, is she?
I think so.
Oh, girl, I think that is who Trinity is doing.
The producers definitely didn't tell me that.
Really? You should go talk to her, girl. Probably. It was like, it was weird. Did it seem like Gia was just fucking with Trinity?
I mean...
She had this like look behind her eyes to me that she was like, I was never really gonna do Caitlyn.
You're gonna do Caitlyn?
Yeah. Who are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna do Caitlyn too.
But
I
then
don't
why
know.
didn't she have a better character to do?
100%.
Because I think all of those girls threw her under the bus. They were just like, oh yeah, girl, that's hilarious.
Well, I mean-
you do that racial stereotype about this character that you know nothing about. That'll work out great for you.
That was really weird when she's like, I don't know anything about her, but I'm doing her for Snatch Game. I was like, ah!
So who is your backup?
I don't really have a backup.
You came to All Stars 4 without a backup Snatch Game?
This whole conversation felt produced and weird.
Yep.
And I couldn't figure out what was false.
Yes.
Something was.
Yes.
You have to have a backup, right?
I mean, of course I have backup, but I'd rather do what I want to do.
Well, what you want to do is not necessarily what you're gonna do.
What you want to do might not be what you're gonna do.
This is the Gia that I like, though.
Yes, yes.
It's just like, I mean, you would play her better, though, because you're white. You have a fucked up nose.
Playing somebody else who is trans, I feel, is very appropriate, but her being an old white bitch with a lot of plastic surgery is maybe even more appropriate.
But yeah, this whole conversation was very fake,
A little bit.
but funny.
Yes. It was like, how many times did they have this conversation?
Well, I did, exactly. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe that's what it was. Like, Gia had already decided to be Jenny Bowie like 3 takes ago, but they were like, well, no, we need to get the angle right and whatever. Because I do love that. So Trinity goes into her Caitlyn.
Yes.
She's like, I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
It was very.
Yeah,
It was quite somebody shammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a character.
Yeah.
And then Gia does her Caitlyn, and they're like, girl, no.
I'm gonna tell you my story.
I just don't know how you girls walk in these things.
No, okay, so what else you got?
Latrice is like, do something else. No.
What else have you got?
What else have you got? You came to All Stars 4 without a backup? And this dramatic music, it was so produced, I guess is what it was, like so insane.
It was really fun to watch.
Oh, I loved it. This is what I want. The music. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, it's becoming a telenovela.
Oh, absolutely.
You came to All Stars 4 without a backup Snatch Game?
The way everyone was over enunciated. Well, I don't have a backup. You came to All Stars 4 without a backup. Dun 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 dun.
Go. And then y'all should go to commercial right there.
So quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with Snatch Game of Love. I feel like you have to say it
You
that
said
way.
it like Don Cornelius or something.
Mm-hmm.
From Soul Train.
Mm-hmm.
This is real.
Yeah, of love.
Of love.
We'll be coming right back at you right after some very important messages.
But anyway, so yes, we reach the Snatch Game of Love, and we find out they're broken into 4 and 4.
Yeah, this is the biggest complaint that I had about the new format. I really like having them all there together.
I think it would have been a mess.
Uh-huh.
But it was a problem.
I mean, it was already a mess. So, like, I'd rather have it be a mess
like
together.
Having one contestant blindly talk to 8 people would be
Oh,
very
no. That would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it.
It's too much.
No, I get it. I just prefer when it's the Snatch Game.
100%.
Having all of them,
Yeah.
because then they can interact with, like, you know, it's like who chose what 4 to be together.
Exactly.
You know, like.
I mean, because at a certain point I was like, not necessarily mad at there being 2 rival Caitlyn Jenners.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it would be a mess, and Trinity would obviously have done better, but
Yes.
like, maybe not mad.
Yeah. Why couldn't it be? It was not even the same contestant, so like,
Right.
it really wouldn't matter.
2 rounds.
Exactly. Caitlyn Jenner. Rue brings out Olympian Gus Kenworthy. Who is a full snack, by the way.
A full stack.
Yeah.
We're skipping ahead, But when they get to the judging and they're introducing everyone, and then him and Ross have that weird, like,
yes,
interplay of like, anyway, he fucked me last night. It was great. I was a gold star winner. And
I came second.
Yeah.
I actually slept with Ross last night and just came to work with him.
And I got a gold medal.
I came second.
I was like, what's going on here exactly? Because did you see the promo photos for like when they were on, like this week on RuPaul's Drag Race, and they're like on the runway, and Ross was like aggressively bear hugging Gus.
Oh, I missed that.
He's like behind him, like, you're mine.
Oh my god.
And Gus is like, I love it.
What a good sport.
It was just, I just didn't know. It seemed like either they're really good friends or Ross did a surprise bear attack.
I mean, I think they probably were like, oh, he's so sexy. We should make a joke about him being sexy all the time.
Sure.
And so there was like, Ross, it'd be so funny if...
Grab him. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Gus and I pretended like we slept together?
Shouldn't we hug on the runway? Yes. So we get to the first round of contestants, and it's Monet as Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Haha.
Bobby! No, Bobby!
Bobby, what kind of car did we have last week?
Flatline.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
It was pretty bad. This might be one of the worst Whitneys that we've seen.
The first said, I love it when a guy gives me good love. My #1 debut album in 1998. Did you buy it, Gus?
No, I didn't.
I mean, there's only one other one, right? Asia was gonna do Whitney.
Oh, right.
And Ru was like,
no, you can't do cocaine Whitney.
No cocaine Whitney. You can't do crack Whitney. And she was like, oh, no.
If I was a car, RuPaul, I would be all the man that I need. Thank you, RuPaul. Thank you.
I guess she was kind of doing crack.
A little. I mean, I think that was like the spray bottle
I'm
idea.
sweating and I'm kind of a mess, but all of her answers were just titles of her songs.
Yeah. There were,
even when it didn't have anything to do with the question. So it's like, in many ways, she failed just as much as Valentina. I think worse.
I think worse as well. There were the Valentina and Monet had the same type of failure.
Yeah.
Where it was just, I'm gonna pre-write these things to say because they're catchphrases or whatever.
Yeah.
And references. And if it doesn't make sense in the situation.
Do you really know, Ru?
I don't.
Do you know?
I don't.
Do you know if I know if you know if you know if I know?
No, I don't.
I didn't think so. Thank you.
No, I don't. Oh. Ru was like, I don't know what's happening. I'll just wait till you're finished, I guess.
It was just not witty. Or like a response, or like, you know, you have to, the key to a good Snatch Game is to take in what's happening.
Be present.
And exactly, and then spit out something that's fun and silly that is in the character. Next was Naomi as Wendy Williams. How you doing?
How's the talk show going?
We are Emmy nominated. In my mind, we're both winners. In my mind.
The transformation was remarkable. It's like, oh.
I thought the wig was spectacular.
Oh, yes. It was well researched.
Yep.
And it was very funny.
Yeah.
I guess wasn't as big as others. I mean, it was kind of shit, because what if, say, Manila and Trinity had been on the same team, on the same four, you know, it just seemed like...
That's what I'm saying. Who decided what four were together, and that's what's nice about everyone being all in one room, is that whoever's really the best really shines.
Rises above, yeah. She was really very good.
I thought she was great, and I thought, for me, she was the most professional. You know, she was funny in her own right without stepping on other people.
Jealous, to be honest.
I find you quite annoying over here, baby. I don't know about you, Gus, but that's not a first date I want to go on.
So the next was Trinity the Tuck as Caitlyn Jenner, and I thought this was funny, and she commanded the room.
Yes.
She had the most confidence in what she was doing and did interrupt a little too much.
Yeah.
But I think that was mainly because two of the people on the panel were absolute duds.
Yeah.
So it didn't help.
Yes. It was kind of like, I gotta pick up the slack.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit.
Well, and I have pretty much zero context for Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, I don't either.
So, like, she was portraying her like a grouchy old lady, you know? And so, for all I know, that could be wrong. I have no idea. I don't watch those shows. So, I mean, I know who she is. But
of course, but I don't think I've seen Caitlyn Jenner speak.
Not really. I mean, maybe for very briefly. But yeah, so this could have been a terrible impersonation. I have no context. But it was funny.
It was funny. And that's key, though, too.
Right?
You know, you could be spot on. I mean, which I would say next, Valentina as Eartha Kitt was very good Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, her impression was almost perfection.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny.
But it wasn't funny because she was just saying random things she had memorized.
It was just, oh my God, you know, Ru was like, oh, you know.
I would assume you get lots of fabulous gifts for Christmas. Is that true?
Yeah, champagne and Monte Carlo.
And
oh yes, I've got a in Morocco. I don't know, she was saying a bunch of different things.
Yeah, diamonds, Morocco, and I don't know what that was.
Just always going to Poland. It's always a Poland. That's your default setting. I like it.
It really was.
But she's got that, I can't do it, down.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this was probably my...
Cadillac car.
But she didn't even say that, did she?
No, that's the problem. It's like that song gives you 18 different things that you could have said.
Yeah.
And instead she said, oh, you know what I really want? And I was like, a man, you know? That, like, fabulous disco song that she has.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's my man?
Yeah.
Give me my man? No, she says, pull my lever.
Well, I mean, I loved this.
That Ru had no idea what she was talking about.
Ru had no context whatsoever for Emperor's New Groove, which is a bummer.
Yeah. Because that movie's fabulous.
And then she just kept saying it. Pull it. Your lever, you say?
My
Pull
lever.
the lever. Yes, my lever.
Pull my lever.
Pull your lever?
Pull the lever, crunk.
What does that mean, pull my lever?
Pull my lever.
Ru just being totally like,
okay.
What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I did too. But it was such a mess.
For the wrong reason.
Exactly.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it. My lever. So then, yeah, basically Trinity runs away with it. I mean, Naomi was funny here and there and definitely was the top three of all of them.
I would say so.
You know, of even the other group.
Yeah.
But Trinity really took over and I mean, she was basically just like, punchline, punchline, punchline. I mean, she was her own rim shot.
I mean, it was like, I'm going to steal your punchline and give myself another punchline. It was like crazy.
You know, that was just all it was.
Yeah.
You would have been my type. All I needed you was to be overweight. I have a type. So I'm just going to leave.
Sweetie, you're lost.
I'm bored, move on. She was just so grouchy about everything.
But that really works too.
It really worked.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Don't touch me.
So Trinity wins, Gus picks her.
Yes.
And they all have to sort of walk up and
like reveal themselves. Yeah.
I mean, this was sort of edited weird, but also it just seemed weird. Monet just like walks past him.
Gus Kenworthy. All right.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't know why else they would edit it that way.
I don't know.
It just seems so weird. She's
Yeah.
just like, "Mer, me line."
like,
and
okay,
I
I
feel like
lost.
they even put in some audience like, whoa. I don't know.
Gus Kenworthy. All right.
Naomi puts her Statue of Liberty crown on.
Loved this. Loved it.
It was more of a feint than the weird stroke that she had.
Well, you know, you don't want to be too offensive.
Tasteless.
Yeah.
Too tasteless. I wish she'd got him go, well, my dress was just too tight. I'm okay now. And then Eartha Kitt goes up, and I was actually sort of interested in what was happening here. So she gets up and, oh, you're not quite my type. I like large men. I've got a type, you see. And I was kind of waiting for her, because I was like, this is some weird play. I like this, but what's happening? And then Trinity interrupted her. You lost, sweetheart, move on, or whatever.
I mean, it was aggressive, but also not wrong.
It was not wrong, but I was like, tell me more about this fetish you seem to have.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
I don't know, but I was like, yeah, continue, tell me more.
So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with the runway and the lip sync and a lot more to talk about, so stay tuned.
The next group comes out, and we're introduced to Keenan Lonsdale, who I think I love.
I think so too.
Right? So he's from Love, Simon, which I didn't realize how fabulous he was because that movie didn't...
Which one was he?
He was Blue.
Oh! Well, they didn't really do anything for him.
No.
Blue wasn't a person.
Can you imagine if, like, Keenan Lonsdale, the fabulousness that is him on this show, was blue, I would have been like, yes!
You belong together! Actually, you don't really deserve him.
He doesn't deserve you. Simon doesn't deserve you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
you, Simon, don't deserve blue.
But he's also on Dance Academy, and I was like, oh my god, I had forgotten. If you ever watch Dance Academy, it's great. It's basically Australian Dawson's Creek at a ballet studio. It's great.
So is it like Australian center stage?
Yeah, but with like interpersonal, like.
Fun.
It's fabulous. Monique is Tiffany Haddish.
She ready.
Which I feel like we called.
I think we might have.
I feel like in a video we said she should do that.
Yes.
It turns out we were pretty much right.
Yeah. I thought she was funny.
She was funny. I thought she looked like real sloppy.
Yes.
Which I didn't know if it was a choice.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, she's not gonna... I mean, it was hilarious that she was wearing the same white McQueen dress. That's the only option.
Yeah.
Yes. But it just looked like a toga.
A little bit.
So I was like, did you not have the money or the resources or whatever to, like...
Try and...
have some sort of...
replica of the dressmaker.
You know, at least somewhat not a piece of fabric.
Yeah.
Or are you making her a mess for a reason? I didn't know.
Agreed.
But I thought she was funny and did a really good impersonation.
I thought she did a good impersonation.
What is your superpower?
Like, I can feel like if a man's cheating on me, you know what I mean?
It's hard because Tiffany Haddish is already at 11.
Yes.
So, like, making a caricature of her, it's hard to be funnier than Tiffany Haddish.
Sure.
But you kind of have to do, you have to be funnier than the person you're portraying.
I don't know. I mean, I think Monique is also at 11, and that's funny and fun, but
totally.
I felt like sometimes I was just seeing Monique and not seeing Tiffany.
Sure.
And that's a tough, you know, it kind of like went back and forth.
Sure.
So the next was Manila. It took me a minute. I was like,
oh yeah, it's like, wait,
who's this doing Barbara? And then even when she spoke, I was like, wait, who is, oh my God, it's Manila.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous.
Your voice sounds like butter. We could do duets together.
I thought this was hilarious.
It was.
I feel like this is maybe the only way to do Barbara, like a caricature of like a broad strokes, right?
Yep.
I think always bigger is better with Snatch Game.
I agree.
I mean, obviously don't be like crazy, like Snooki won a smush, but just...
Bigger in terms of representing the character.
Yeah, bigger character, as big a character as you can have. But this nose...
Which apparently she like had to apologize for.
Apparently people were offended because that was like a propaganda the Germans use with Jews with big noses, and all of that is true, but like let's take into context what's going on here. Like, she obviously, Barbara's nose is
a known
thing.
I don't know. I wasn't offended as a Jew.
Great, then we're all fine.
The intent was,
it was not inspired by Nazi propaganda, okay?
No.
Let's calm down.
No, it was not, the joke was not like, oh my God, look at this crazy Jew.
No, she was too old for Yentl.
What did you say?
Fuck Barbara Streisand. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, with this little white dog that then multiplied by the end. Lost my mind.
So good.
Just started appearing. And I'm cloning them, and I'm cloning them. Loved it. The pleasure is all yours. It's like, what she was like Barbara / that Mike Myers character.
Welcome
like
to Coffee Talk.
Like a big stick of butter.
Like a big stick of butter. Mama!
Oi, all this talk about food, I'm getting hungry, girls.
Yeah, she was like that, like, I mean,
but also,
those are inspired by each other.
Well, yes. And also Robin Williams as Barbara in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. And the sun's a ball of butter. That.
It was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Really,
the whole all-white outfit, all of it.
It was great. The only thing I wish she had said was, I found a coupon. That would have been a real deep cut.
Real deep specific. I love that she brought her a microphone. It was just great.
Yeah.
Well, and then when she sang, she was like, wah, 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 or whatever. She sounded like Miss Piggy singing. It was very like...
That note was flat.
The pleasure is all yours.
I know, I will say this, I did not appreciate from Monique that she was like, oh, that note was off, or like that was
She was trying to play.
She was, and I liked that Manila just was like, letting that one, just ignoring that.
No, I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Manila was unflappable.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it more.
Yes, we will.
Next up was Gia as Jenny Bowie, who, shocker, I have no idea who that is.
Nope. I mean, I honestly would be a little surprised if you knew who Cardi B was.
I've heard the name.
Okay, good.
I know she's famous. And a singer?
Yeah. Rapper.
Is she the one that used to be a stripper and then like made it?
I don't know. To be honest, I hold a personal grudge against Cardi B.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Well, so Cardi B was the first female rapper to go Billboard number one.
Really? What about like Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott?
Apparently not. And I was like, what about Nicki Minaj?
Oh yeah, what about Nicki Minaj?
And Nicki, because of fucking Taylor Swift, who was number one for like 6 weeks in a row, she was number 2. And I was like, this is bullshit.
That's not Cardi B's fault. I feel like you don't need to be throwing shade at Cardi B for being successful.
I mean, it's not.
The Billboard chart's fault.
Sure, it's Taylor Swift's fault, let's be real.
Anyway, people are gonna be mad. I mean,
are they? I mean, whatever.
People are gonna be mad.
You don't have to know who Cardi B is.
I know a lot of people you don't know.
Exactly.
So anyway, yeah, Gia plays Jenny Bowie, Cardi B's nail artist.
Sure.
Who Gia knew nothing about.
Right.
Therefore, I learned nothing new about Jenny Bowie other than that she does nails, which she didn't even say. Nope. Like when they're deciding who they should be earlier, she's like, "Oh, I can do nails."
Nails,
whatever,
yeah, like,
blah, blah.
I have the nails, yeah. She got real hung up.
Well, I mean, it was all just like, I will be the most literal person.
Yes.
It wasn't, oh, I don't understand English. It was, I will take your innuendo and just iron it out.
Yep.
Are you talking about gay sex?
I can do it on top, and I can do it on bottom. Or actually, fuck it, I'll just pay for a hotel.
You know, I think you're talking like a gay sex, right?
Yeah, girl. What are you talking about? What's happening?
Well, I think you just really nailed it though too. Ha! Nailed it. Because she should have made everything about nails.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about that, Ru, but I do know how to do a perfect French tip.
Or do like, keep name dropping Cardi B all the time or something. You just be like, well, when Cardi B and I hang out or whatever, like pull a Carmen Carrera and J-Lo thing. Like, wow, I went to Cardi B's birthday party.
Love it.
And guess what? Did her own personal nail. You know, just like keep selling herself and be like, here's my card, here's my card. Do you want your nails done? I can do your nails. Whatever it is.
The first thing I look for in a man, his cuticles. Does he have a big cuticle?
If he does, that's a no.
Exactly. Silly.
Or like keep trying, I mean, if you're really gonna lean into the stereotype, like keep trying to upsell. Do you want the scrub? 2? I'll give you an extra 5-minute massage. Do you want this? It's just an extra $10. It's fine. Like if you're gonna lean in to that, lean into that.
Yes.
But I don't think she even talked about nails.
No.
She was just Gia being like, are you talking about a big dick?
I like a big dick. You know, like a big one.
It was unsuccessful.
Yes. And then last was Latrice motherfucking Royale as Della Reese. Or was it as Latrice Royale at a certain point?
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it, but for the wrong reason. She comes out as Della Reese. At the time, in the interim, I have watched Harlem Nights because everybody was like, hello, obviously that was Della Reese's look from Harlem Nights. Did you know? Aware? Okay, great. In our live video, we were both like, why was she wearing this wacky gown? We have no idea. She should have been wearing a fabulous pashmina and talking about, you know, doing the moral good and, you know, or whatever it needs to be. I will bless you and girl, then you can go to heaven because what is this mess? Something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would have leaned into Touched by an Angel. Harlem Nights, niche.
Yes.
Very niche.
Yes.
Cult film.
I mean, I think
that I had not seen.
Della Reese is a little niche.
Della Reese is a little niche, but you know, if the right person can make it hilarious,
sure.
Go for it. I was, you know what I mean? I was like, here for anybody to make it work. So I watched Harlem Nights in the interim.
Good.
Because I was like, well, I should do my research.
Yeah.
She's the best part of that movie. And she's a bad bitch who doesn't take any fucking shit.
Oh.
And there's a lot of cussing.
Oh.
She's like this madam in this 1930s gambling club or whatever, and she's like a sassy ass bitch. And I was like, this would have been perfect.
Yeah.
She's got a line where she tells Richard Park,
"Kiss my entire ass."
Entire ass. I was like, that would have been great.
Love it.
Tell that to Jenny Bowie.
Exactly.
It would have been great. Like, in watching it now, I was like, oh, she absolutely could have stayed in her Delarice from Harlem Nights character and just been like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God,
and it would have been
it.
in character.
I love it.
That's not what happened.
No, she really got rattled.
She got rattled, and I don't know what she was doing. It started, and she was like, oh, I'm kind of being like man-hungry.
Is this bunk bed reinforced by lug nuts? I'm a power top, baby.
Cougar lady. Like, she was like, oh, I'm ready for some men.
Right.
Or whatever, which is really more Latrice.
Sure.
It was a bummer.
Yeah, big bummer.
The game continues. Manila's killing it.
Yeah.
And Gia just won't stop talking.
No. And you could tell, I mean, she says it later, we'll talk about it, but like, you could see the desperation.
It was her trying to not go home.
Also, you kissing young too, you trashy too.
Baby. This is not your moment. This is not your moment.
Yeah, it was...
But... I mean, it was really funny at one point. She's just like...
She's like a kitty. Shut up.
And I be out the window.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
She's like a kitty. Shut up.
I loved it though. It was perfect because it was just like, no. And then...
Absolutely not. I will be Barbara.
Exactly. And then Manila held it together too. I felt like Manila really helped Latrice.
Was trying to.
Well, you know, because it was like, why are you talking to me?
Could someone come get this little girl?
Keenan is like, oh, why shouldn't I date contestant number 4?
Right.
Basically, which I was like, well, that seems like a weird question. But she's basically just like, I think she might be a man. She's big. She has a big dick, I think. Are you talking about bunk beds or gay sex? it was weird.
Well, I can tell you right now that she's going to be on the bottom bunk.
And Latrice at a certain point just drops character altogether, breaks the fourth wall, essentially is looking down the barrel of the camera and is just like, why am I here? What is this? Why are you talking to me? What is happening? How did I get here?
You're in hell.
You're in hell. You died. You didn't make good choices.
How did I get here?
Della, you died and you went to hell. That's why you're here. This is your hell, Della.
It's like, yes, Manila, yes.
Saved it, saved Latrice. You know, it was like, I'm going to turn this whole situation around.
Shut up. Shut up. Can someone come get this little girl? I was enjoying this.
The meltdown.
It was definitely just Latrice and not Delarice.
No. Which is a bummer now, though, that, like, you say that.
Yeah,
about, like,
I
she
really wish
could have...
she had just been like, eat my entire ass.
And if you get it, you get it. Great. Right. And if you don't, it's still funny.
Obviously, Manila wins.
Yes.
Keenan picks her. They all come out. And this was probably my favorite joke of the night.
You look so cute. Oh, I know what me and James Brolin are going to be doing tonight.
Oh, I know what Josh Brolin and I are doing tonight.
I still don't get it.
That's her husband. Oh, not Josh, James. James. Oh, boy. Now, Josh Brolin, Barbra Streisand, and Keenan Lonsdale in a three-way. I mean, that would be... There's a joke in there somewhere. I know what James Brolin and I are doing tonight. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
That's her husband.
I mean, now because you told me.
Great. I like the idea of her sort of like taking Keenan away on a little like doggy chain. And then, like, putting him in her basement. And being like, James, I brought home a present. I mean, it's dark, but I like it.
I like it.
Should I know what the points guy
Yeah, so, okay, so the points guy is a website. It's thepointsguy.com.
So there's no actual guy?
There is a guy.
Okay.
And he is a homosexual.
Well, obviously, it seems like...
I mean, like, why else would they sponsor?
It seemed like...
This just seemed weird to me. What seemed really weird about it was that it seemed like a fake sponsorship.
It seemed fake, and I didn't understand because there was no,
and then the prize was fake.
There was no ad.
No.
It was just, it says the points guy on the back of his chair, but it wasn't like, oh, Alan Chuck, and here's our logo, and here's an explanation. It was just like, sponsored by the points guy, and I didn't know. Okay, great.
And why not?
I was confused.
Why not give them an actual prize
What is
sponsor.
the Points Guy?
So the Points Guy is a website that's all about how to like pick the right credit cards and maximize points and
fun.
like, you know, how to earn miles the best way and like use the miles
You
the
get a
best.
free consultation with the Points Guy.
You get 100,000
points
Chase Point
from
American
Points
Express.
Guy. Does he
whatever.
give out points?
No, but why not? I don't know. Why not a free vacation? Like that makes perfect sense.
So everybody comes into the workroom, and I was living for Manila in this Amelia Earhart fantasy. It's like, you have goggles because I love it. I don't know. I am sick of people doing repeat
Yes.
Snatch Game people.
I agree.
I don't need another Whitney. I don't need another Eartha Kitt. Like, I'm cool.
Maybe Gaga, like we talked about in our live thing.
I guess, like,
now.
if there's been multiple horrible failures, but you're just putting more pressure on yourself for no reason.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the only reason I say Gaga now is because there's so many more funny things that you can do now.
Sure.
Exactly. Where it's
But
like
I'm
the
still-
circumstances have changed.
I'm cool. Still, I'm cool. I'd rather see Doris Day.
I agree.
I think I might be in the minority on that one.
I mean, maybe. But I feel like there are a lot of other people that you could do. Do you think Sandra Bullock could be a good one?
I don't know what the angle would be.
I don't either. Doris Day, you could at least make fun of how, like, goody two-shoesy she was.
Yeah, and you could, there's like a backlog of a lot of old Hollywood shit that you could...
Exactly.
Did I know Rock was gay? Of course! I'm the original fag hag. You know, like, you could go there and make it fabulous. Where with Sandra Bullock, it's like, I don't know.
This might not come out before the Oscars, but I did have the fabulous idea because as of filming, they still don't have a host for the Oscars.
Oh, right.
And as of release, they still might not have a host for the Oscars.
They're just gonna send out like a robot.
I was saying that they should have the cast of Ocean's 8 do it.
I think that would be a great idea.
Wouldn't that be the most fabulous?
It would be something good to come out of that movie. Other than the press tour.
Gary Ross did a fantastic job directing and co-writing this movie. But...
Carly in the movie?
What?
Who's Carly? Co-writing.
Oh my god, Kate Blanchett and Sarah Paulson and Sandra Bullock and Awkwafina and Mindy Kaling hosting, and Helen Bonham Carter.
And
I'm just listing everything.
Rihanna?
And Rihanna. Love it.
Thanks.
And Anne Hathaway in a small capacity.
She could be like with her and James Franco.
That's what I mean. It would be a very small capacity. They would just make a joke about her being in the audience and be like, and Anne. So they're all just like, so other than Gia,
who do you think is going to be in the
bottom? Who do we think is going to be in the bottom? So it's pretty clear that Gia is going to be there. So who else? And Trinity is like, I mean, Valentina, I'm your friend, but I think you're a possibility.
It's really frustrating because I'm trying to celebrate it, and bitch is over here putting me in the bottom next to Gia, and I'm like, huh?
And this is the beginning of the real delusion of Valentina.
The beginning?
Well, this is where it starts to really get bad.
Well, because she's not excelling.
Well, but she thinks she is. You know, she's
That's
like...
what I mean. Like, it's like, unless she's excelling or someone is complimenting her, she is like, I'm not...
I'm really proud of myself. I look beautiful.
I don't know why everyone's trying to get down on me. I was great.
It's like, but you were pretty bad.
She's an egomaniac.
Yes, she is.
I like her.
Yes.
But she's clearly an egomaniac.
Absolutely.
Like, it's fun. It's fun to watch. It's good television.
Being on a dating show was a little weird, especially because I'm a married man.
Yeah, that was a little interesting.
You're about to get married, right?
I am about to get married.
Latrice, aren't you getting married soon? Let's talk about it. Everyone's like, okay.
Oh, it'd be real nice to have $100,000 to pay for it.
All right. Latrice is talking about her marriage and was very excited about it. And she has subsequently gotten married, and fabulous for her. Love it. But this sort of brings up the conversation of Manila talking about like, oh, I had to date, or I didn't have to, but I dated girls in high school.
Yes.
Oh, I loved all of my girlfriends. Did you sleep with them? Yeah, girl, I slept with them. And then Naomi.
I think I could do it. I'm gonna keep telling myself I can, okay?
Humans are beautiful creatures.
Marry them.
I think I could do it. I think I could do it.
Do you feel like we are alone? Like in terms of like aliens and shit?
What are you smoking? Because I need some.
I'm like, are they alien drag queens? Who knows?
I mean, I kind of love it though. This seems genuinely Monet's spaciness.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
it's
wish
fun.
Monet would lean into just being wacky, I guess, or just
unabashedly her weird, fun self.
Yes.
Like, oh, and then Monet said some weird
She's
thing
like,
about
I'm
aliens.
bored with this. I don't like girls. Let's talk about aliens.
So quick commercial break, and we will be back with the runway house down boots queen.
Yeah, it's Gaga. They did a whole thing.
Yeah, it's gone. And then lip sync and more talk about who's lipstick. So get excited.
Have we made that? Boots on the runway.
Boots on the runway. Boots on the runway. We haven't, but
we just did. Great. Okay.
So Ru comes out. The gag of the season. She has legs.
She has them. She has them.
Yeah, they exist. They're fabulous. They're long. Naomi Smalls, you better watch the fuck out.
Oh my god, I mean, it was just like, yes, legs. I love her legs.
Love them.
Ru looks great.
Fabulous.
Didn't love the outfit.
No.
It was like a little cha-cha dance number. I mean, it was fine.
It was fine.
Just didn't love it.
No.
It looked like a Tetris sequence.
Yeah, it was Tetris-y, but like 16-bit. You know, it very much felt like a video game to me. But like, she belonged in Pixels. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
That we somehow didn't hate.
Didn't hate it.
I don't know what was wrong with it.
I've talked to other people and they're like, I didn't hate it.
Wow. Okay.
It's not good.
Oh no.
But I wasn't enraged by its existence.
No. Unlike the Emoji Movie.
Progress.
Didn't they have like really similar billboard posters?
Probably.
I think they did.
Well, it was Pac-Man and then an emoji, and Pac-Man's basically an emoji. Is Pac-Man the origin of emojis?
Maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah. Deep thoughts with MovieBitches.
I want to read that in Jack Handy's voice.
Maybe in order to understand mankind, we have to look at the word itself, mankind. Basically, it's made up of two separate words, mank and eind.
Oh, Jack Handy.
I love it.
And then, I mean, I think the star of the episode, we get to Keaton Lonsdale's outfit, and I was like, yes! It's always a good sign when I have too many thoughts about a look. Where I'm like, it looks like this, and it looks like this, and it looks like this. Oh my god. I mean, it was fabulous.
It really was.
He looked like, he was in Street Fighter. He was in, like, Guile's Gay Army. And it was great. You remember Guile. You seen Street Fighter?
Nope. I mean, I'm like...
He's got the beret, and he's Jean-Claude. And, I mean, it's a very different look from the video game. But anyway... It was great. But he also has like a Queen Latifah from her UNITY face.
Yes.
And I was like, yes to this. I love it.
I'm rapper/actress Queen Latifah from her UNITY face.
Oh, God, so specific and political. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe also part of the Rhythm Nation? I don't know. But I loved it.
It was great.
I was obsessed with this. It was so wacky and like amazing, and I like him.
Yes. Agreed.
He seems fun.
Agreed.
So... category is Boots the House Down.
So this was confusing to me.
Yeah.
Okay, because is it just Boots? Or is it Boots the House Down, yes God?
Boots the House Down.
Right, because like Boots the House Down doesn't necessarily mean you're wearing boots. It means you fucking slayed this runway because you stomped the shit out of it. And like, yes!
Yes!
So, I mean, I guess...
Is it both? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because there's certain looks where I was like, well...
They stomped it.
Or...
Those were boots. So first, down the runway is Monet Exchange in a really fabulous look.
Yeah.
I think this probably saved her from being the bottom.
Yeah.
Probably her best look.
It's certainly the most, like, different, avant-garde, fabulous look.
Right,
like, ooh, yes, bitch, you're serving me something different than a frickin'
bodysuit and or a gown.
Yeah.
Which was fabulous, but had too much jewelry and the hair was... But anyway, like this was like, yes to the center part wig, yes to the nose piercing, yes to this
This
BMX
looked like
stripper.
an Aja look to me.
Yeah, because it had sort of like a anime silhouette somehow. I mean, she looked like a BMX stripper.
Yeah.
Which,
Here for it.
not mad about it.
Yeah.
Was confused why she didn't have a belly button, but who's to say? Maybe she's an alien. I don't know. I liked the outfit. I thought her face and her wig was sickening, but the way the boots, I thought the fabric could have been stiffer on top or something. It looked a little unflattering.
Okay.
Slightly.
Sure.
I was just like, like...
Almost more plasticky, I think. Like
yeah,
solid.
Yeah, it should have been like, and I'm wearing a Cadillac wing, or like it should have been like, fuck, instead of it was kind of moving.
I get that. My biggest problem was that it looked like she was wearing black patent leather heels with then these boots inserted inside them.
I looked really carefully, and it seemed like they were connected, but who's to say?
It was just visually.
There was a few of them that I was like, is it connected? But also, who really gives a shit?
I mean, who really does give a shit? That's why I was saying, like, I don't know what this category is supposed to, like, how strictly are we supposed to be taking this? But visually, it kind of looked like she was wearing a pair of high heels and then had these boot thingies tucked into them.
You could say that about a couple of people.
Yes. So the next was Naomi Smalls, who definitely was not wearing boots.
No, they were,
They're like gladiator strappy things.
That just like went around the heel.
Yeah. Do we care? I don't know, because she looked lovely.
I didn't really like this.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I thought it looked kind of messy, and I didn't really know what it was telling me. It just looked like messy Maleficent, like bondage Maleficent. I don't know, like, I got it, but I wasn't obsessed with it.
I guess that's fair.
I wasn't obsessed with it.
No, not at all. I don't know if this was Boots or Boots the House Down realness.
It's Boots and Bondage or something.
Sure.
I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
I get that.
And it definitely felt like, I was like, is this the outfit you chose for this? Or did they like, you know.
Did you repurpose a bondage look into the
right?
Boots
Or
look?
were they like, you can't wear that original Boots look for reasons, we'll get into it next week.
Yeah.
And so you had to kind of just make do. It felt like she was making do and this wasn't for the challenge necessarily.
Maybe.
Next on the runway, Trinity the Tuck in this sort of 90s, she says like 90s Chanel Versace inspired look. I liked this.
Her face looked gorgeous.
Her face looked gorgeous. I thought the wig just made it look older and that made it less edgy.
Sure.
So I was like, I don't know, because it was already sort of 90s, which was like quote unquote dated, yikes. It felt like, you know, oh, your mom went crazy and is wearing this outfit. Like it felt like I couldn't, I don't know, I wasn't like, yes.
I agree.
I was like, those pants are crazy. Like she was wearing like a tank top. I don't know. I wasn't like, people were bowled over by this and it was by no means bad, but I wasn't like, yes,
I was not.
the house down.
I agree, I was not yes God.
But it was like this like buckle, 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 and I was
right.
like, okay,
Oh,
yeah. And then with the Chanel like overly large pearls and everything, and
yeah, you know what it is? This is like, it's like if Jamie Lee Curtis wore this in Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
you'd be like, oh my God, she's so edgy and crazy.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh.
But she's still Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's still, you know, the mom in this scenario.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is fine, and moms are cool.
Yes.
But like, there just wasn't, I don't know, there was something that was just like, this seems dated even more.
Yeah.
Because it's like, rich bitch, you know, housewife. But that wasn't what she was going for. I liked it, but I wasn't obsessed with it.
Agreed. So then next was It's Me, Valentina. I thought this was fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are boots that go all the way up.
It's the whole outfit.
Yeah, loved it.
This buttery nude jumpsuit.
Leather jumpsuit.
That just looked soft and like, yes, the crotch fell.
Yeah.
But
just a little though.
I don't know if that warrants you're in the bottom.
Right.
Over Monet.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm
not in charge of making these decisions, but
yeah.
I just was like, I mean, she looks fucking great. I guess because they expect her to look fucking great.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But this was fabulous to me. This was Boots and Boots the House Down.
Yeah.
Yes, God.
Boots the house down, mama. Yes, God.
I thought this was maybe the best look on the runway.
Yeah. It was the most Boots the House Down. So then next down the runway is Miss Monique Hart. And this, I mean, this was wacky.
Little Monique Riding Hood.
She comes out, I mean, she's in this big fuck off red hood. She looks like one of the monsters from The Village. Remember that movie?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, yes.
But I was like, if she had gone full Village monster, not mad. Like, it's got the spikes back there, and she turns, and it's like, ha! Like,
but then it's not boots.
But then it's just legs. Like, it's like, ha! That's like the bodysuit, and then it's just legs and boots and boots and legs.
Sure.
I don't know. But the cape and the boots were really the best part.
Yes. I almost wish she had only worn that.
Just the cape, and then even if it was just like a little red mini dress that or
like,
something like
it was just like the cape went
covered
to here.
Her
exactly.
Coochie, yeah.
Yeah. And then like so the cape stayed, it was like a poncho-y cape.
Slightly more gladiatorial.
Oh.
You know, like have like a cowl neck that covers your hooch.
Sure.
Like some maybe a little gold I don't know.
I was
this
a little...
wasn't that.
No, it was not that. The boots were hilarious. It reminded me of Katya's shark boots.
It cracked me up. It's just these wolf heads, and then they're like... I liked parts of this a lot, and this was the most memorable boots.
This was where I really was like, okay, is the challenge boots on the runway? Right. Or is it boots the house down?
Yes, God, all of the above, duck walk. I don't know.
Exactly, because this was the best boots. Where I was just like, oh, this is cheeky.
If you line them up and it's which boots, I want those boots.
It's either this or Valentina.
Yes, yeah.
But then it's just like, oh, these little jean shorts and a tank top or whatever. And you're like, well, it's fine.
Yeah, just keep it all inside.
Right, ooh. Next is Manila Luzon as a slutty.
She was like a
BDSM Playboy bunny.
She was like a gimp sex bunny.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Tom of Finland's sex bunny. I'm hopping down the runway.
Didn't like the wig. Liked the look.
Agreed.
The wig was wiggy.
But I loved the carrot ball gag.
I mean, she hippity hops out in this full bondage. With the carrot ball gag and the handkerchief bunny ears. I mean, the details.
Yes.
And I thought this was hilarious and fabulous. She couldn't stop the runway, but she hopped on down it. I don't know. So then, next on the runway is Gia Gunn. And I didn't really like this.
No, me either.
I didn't love the combination of the blue satin with the denim coat.
Yeah,
I thought they kind of clashed. And then with this, like, sort of overly decorated appliques all over the coat. I thought her face and her hair looked beautiful and beat. I just didn't know what this was
telling me.
I mean, she looked like a swashbuckling stripper. You know, it sort of had like a en garde.
A little bit, but
like
it was
I'm naked,
denim.
but I'm basically naked,
right?
But
right.
like with the big buckle.
So then last is Latrice motherfucking Royale. I didn't like this. I hated the wig. I didn't
like this. They loved this. I think that they said that they loved this, so they had an excuse to not put Latrice in the bottom because I don't know the black within the really silver, bright silver fringe within the red
with that
hair.
shape of the fringe was not flattering.
It looked like Austin Powers' chest hair.
It did. And then the boots, when she would walk, she was like, "Oh, I'm shaking them all about." But then I was like, "But they lose a shape and they just look all tangled." I'm like, "Oh God, someone has to untangle that now." You know, when you have like a bunch of necklaces.
Maybe if it had been all over.
No,
I just didn't like this.
I did not like it.
I mean, it was something different for Latrice, so I was like, okay, props to you. It's not just a beautiful gown. But I didn't like it. Yeah. And I was shocked that they all did.
And I really hated the wig.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, Trinity and Manila are in the top.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, they earned it.
Valentina and Gia are in the bottom.
Yeah.
I still think Monet should have been down there.
I think Monet's was worse.
Yeah.
The impersonation was worse.
Yeah.
And the responses were just as bad as Valentina's.
I thought Valentina, you know, they kept talking about, oh, you have to stay in character. That's the biggest deal. You have to stay in character. I thought she fucking stayed in character.
She did. It's just, I think, maybe it was Keenan Lonsdale put it perfectly where it was like or maybe it was Olympian Gus Kenworthy. Like, she had all of her responses premeditated.
Right.
Which, knowing Valentina makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
The problem is that doesn't work with Snatch Game.
No.
And so it's like, oh, yes, Pull the Lever Crunk is a great...
Pull the Lever Crunk.
That's great.
It was good. I have not practiced that, but it was good.
That's a great Eartha Kitt thing.
Right.
But it has to make sense.
Then be like, I want to pull your lever or something.
Sure. Like, why should I choose you? Yeah. Pull the lever. Wrong lever. Like, or maybe that's just what you do.
Yeah.
Is when she's when I'm gonna pick, you know, contestant number 3. Wrong lever.
Wrong lever. Yeah. Something.
You have to find the right time. Like, know all of the options in your head.
Yeah.
Hope that you can use them. And figure out a spot to toss it in, but it has to make sense.
Yeah. So they go back and talk and cry. I don't like it. I do not like it. I'm on record.
Yeah.
I do not like it. Trinity immediately is like, hey, Manila, let's go talk.
Yeah.
I mean, Trinity was over Gia at this point. She's like, we're sending Gia home, right? That's what's going on, right?
And Manila's like...
And Valentina is one of the strongest competitors in Drag Race history. We have her in a corner.
To me, this felt like, oh, I'm gonna play the game of, oh, but what if she sends Valentina home? Oh my god, what if she sends Valentina home? Oh my god.
Doesn't that just put a target on her back?
Well, but it makes for good TV, quote unquote, where everyone's like, but she could send Valentina home all because of this stupid game that they made up that everyone hates and we want it to be over. That's the problem.
And Trinity, being the very smart game player that she is, immediately goes over to Valentina and is like, look girl, Manila wants to send you home, but I want to compete against you in the top 3. What do you think about that?
So you think I could go home tonight?
Well, send Valentina home because she's competition.
So you think I could go home tonight?
She's like, it's suddenly like, I'm interested.
I'm engaged. Checked out. She's like, doesn't really matter.
Oh,
She's
whatever.
going home.
I mean, obviously, everyone's, you mean I could actually go home this week? And then we get Manila and Gia's really, I felt, heartfelt conversation.
This was really nice.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about being looked at like a man dressed up as a woman. Because that's not who I am. I just want to be me.
I mean, Manila, I think, is like really genuine and nice, and I love her.
Yes.
And she's basically just like, girl, Gia, like, I know this sort of bitchy, catty, mean person. I know that isn't you and what's going on, basically. But also, I think she felt in many ways like she had to be season 6 Gia. Like, oh, I have to be this shit stirrer, you know, and I have, because that's what my fans love about me, and like that sort of thing. And I think she was basically just coming from a vulnerable, insecure place because she was thrown back into this situation that was very confusing and difficult for her. So it was like, oh, I mean, I'm glad they cleared the air and like had that conversation.
I agree.
It's really sad for me to hear that I was insulting people during the Snatch Game.
I know, and that was not who you are.
Like,
I thought it was really nice closure for her time on there because it was not a good look for Gia, and I was really honestly disappointed. The fair nonsense was not the drama that I wanted.
No.
We'll see, you know, when they come back, hopefully she'll maybe have turned the beat around a little and like she'll be more fun. Got to beat the Gia. I don't know.
So anyway, yeah, it was nice closure, and I was happy that they had that conversation.
Yes, agreed.
So then Manila goes to talk to Valentina, and she's just like, you know, she's being really honest, which I was like, no. And she's sort of like, I mean, I could send you home, and that would really maybe help my game in the future, and da-da-da-da-da. And she goes, Manila's like, I mean, you're one of the best queens, the most amazing. She starts praising Valentina, and Valentina immediately is like, ah, I see, she is complimenting me. I will sit up and pay attention. And then Manila starts to talk about something else, and she's like, oh, I am no longer interested. I will sit and drink.
You are one of the fiercest queens, Valentina. And that scares me because I'm like, oh my God, how can I keep up with these young girls?
They both change. I mean, Manila looks fabulous.
Fabulous.
In this Whitney-inspired sort of, I mean, it looked like a pop singer would wear this, you know, with like the off-the-shoulder leather, oversized leather jacket and the cute skirt, or cute dress, and you're like, oh yeah, look at you, you're so cute. And then Trinity's wearing half a Big Bird and half a, I don't know what this was. Why was she wearing this? With like the striped, the like aggressively striped, but then with like the overskirt, and then also like the Judy Jetson skirt over this.
I don't know. The choices for lip sync looks, I don't...
She didn't take off what I assumed was a coat. I don't know. Maybe it's a one piece. Why? Why'd she wear this?
I don't know.
I didn't get this at all.
No.
It's like, once again, girl, what?
Yeah, exactly.
No, not even a gown. That gown.
So they lip sync to How Will I Know by Whitney Houston. I was like, shade to Monet.
I mean, right?
The song starts and Manila immediately goes back to Alyssa's dance corner. And I was like, yes.
Leans against, gives me some Summer Lovin' pose.
Oh, it was,
my God.
It was oh yes.
I
mean, she completely embodied the song. She had that like flirty pop. Like, how will I know?
Oh, it was so good.
With the eyes, and like Trinity was doing good, but it was more just sort of like, I'm at a club and this is a great drag queen lip syncing to this song.
She was
not like, is Whitney here?
Yeah.
Whitney might have just shown up. You know, it was like good.
It was so good. I thought this was a really good lip sync in general.
Yes.
But Manila definitely won.
Oh yeah.
It was just like, I was living for it.
This was a great lip sync by Manila. I didn't love that you could see her bra straps. Small note, didn't love it.
So she wins and she sends Gia home.
Yep.
You know, she tries to do the whole thing of like, oh, I want to be here more than everyone, blah, blah, blah.
Once again, I don't
oh my God, who's she gonna send Valentina home? Oh my God, because she sent no, she's not gonna fucking send Valentina home, you guys. This is stupid.
I didn't care.
No.
I zoned out.
Yep.
I was like, and great, I'm looking at your bra straps. I don't even know.
You just hit yourself
I did, I hit myself in the face. I didn't know if you noticed.
I did.
So yeah, Gia goes home. I think rightly so.
It was
based on the
performances, on the looks, and
what does that
everything
mean
else.
in this game?
Oh sure.
The points. Maybe the points guy should tell them who to send home.
I love it.
I don't know.
They should get who does the Oscars. The
Ernst
and Young
or whatever.
Wait, let me check the Ernst and Young accounting board to see who's performed the best.
Yes, if we've got
nonsense.
If we're tallying up, okay, great. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a up and down episode.
It was.
And Snatch Game in general.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Snatch Game.
No.
It's the big bummer.
Yeah.
Because I really do. I just love it.
Yeah, it's great.
And so I felt a little robbed.
Mm-hmm.
But I still had fun.
Yeah.
I thought Barbara was great. That to me was Hello, gorgeous.
Oh, hello.
It's good. So, I mean,
nobody's done Barbara, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think anyone's done
Not
Barbara.
that I can remember.
Not that I can remember. So that's pretty, I mean, that's crazy.
That is crazy. But also great.
No one's done Judy. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say no one's done Liza, but Alexis did.
Michelle did.
Yes.
Almost said Mateo.
Oh, God.
Alexis Mateo is Liza! Bam! Bam! Cheers to next week.
Yeah!